This portion of the CU podcast is sponsored by Geology. If you grew up playing the NES, played with some Ninja Turtle figures back then, it might be time to start thinking about a skincare routine. And Geology is a simple skincare routine formulated for daily use. It's for both individuals new to skincare and seasoned skincare experts. Geology is personalized for your skin and the benefits you want to see. It's great for individuals with sensitive skin, acne, dark eye circles, or wrinkles.
It's easy to get started with Geology. You take a 30-second quiz on their website, and they formulate a regimen that provides benefits your skin needs the most, so you can focus on things like the dark, puffy circles under your eyes.
I got them.
It can help fight acne. It can help reduce oil. Anyone who's seen me on this podcast knows that I could use a little help with that. You start with a complete trial set. They work best as a set, so start with all four. You get everyday face wash. You get Vital Morning Face Cream, a repairing night cream, and a nourishing eye cream. I really like that nourishing eye cream.
I love the eye cream.
As we get older, it's very easy to see that we're tired.
I look tired all the time. I'm
Yes.
not. And the nourishing eye cream will help lighten those dark spots underneath.
So you get all this to start with, and then you can continue with 90-day supplies of any of the products that you like the most. You can subscribe and save or go a la carte. You're in total control. Exceptional customer service and skin consultation. They guarantee that you will love Geology and can help you at every step of the way to achieve your goals. And people will notice the changes. People will comment on your face. You look brighter. You look more awake. You look fresher.
Geology has 3,000 five-star customer reviews with an average rating of 4.7. It's pretty good. And they've been recognized by Men's Health, Esquire, and Ask Men 2019 Grooming Awards. All right, how to get started, take your personalized quiz, and get your own formulation going? Well, you head to geology.com and take their free skincare quiz to save up to 40% on your 30 days trial, or just click the link below if you're on YouTube. That's geologie.com to save 40% off your 30-day trial and get that skin looking a bit better. All right, Ian, do you want to help raise money for an upcoming game console?
I don't, but Intellivision Amico, I'm dead inside. Intellivision Amico has just started another round of funding via Fundable.
Crowdfunding. It's an investment site.
It's definitely crowdfunding, just like everything else Tommy Tallarico has done with this has been. It's crowdfunding. The thing about this round of Fundable crowdfunding is that it lays bare some very blatant lies.
Or at least some fudging of the facts, maybe?
Sure, you can. I mean, if you want to give them some fudging of the facts, it basically exposes the things from their own mouth that we have talked about for a year. Namely, that this was never simply a parts problem. This is a problem of firmware, of internet backend, and games. And they say it all on the site. The backend, I believe, is 80% complete. They say the OS is 90% complete.
This is what they say.
They have to lay all these facts out.
Especially because if it's going to be an actual investment, they have to do it. And we don't know if it's true or not. They say hardware is 100% complete. They probably mean the main design. Gaming platform OS, 90% complete. 90% complete OS means you don't have an OS. That thing's got to be buttoned up. I do not believe it's actually at 90%, and even if it was at 90%, that's a long 10%. Remember, at the Crayola event, they did not allow people to videotape the OS. They did not want people.
Someone did, and they said that it looked like a basic Android dev screen.
So that means it's not done. So that's what I'm going to say about this complete percentages. Based upon their awful track record, I ain't giving the benefit of the doubt when that.
No.
Subtract like 40% off all of this shit. At least 40. So when they say 90% complete, it's probably closer to half.
And if anyone balks about us not giving
show us
them
evidence.
If anyone balks about us not giving them the benefit of the doubt, this is a guy who has said multiple times that this system would have been ready to go
If it wasn't for parts.
in 10.10.220. It was just a parts problem. That was it.
2020. Yep, 1010 was just parts.
But that's all been bullshit, and everything he's told you has been a lie. He has lied to you. You know, despite the fact that you think he's your friend, he has lied to you consistently about the shape of this console. 40
games in development. I'm going to call Bravo Sierra on that. I don't think it's probably 40. It's probably half of that.
Development, I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to, also based on how we've seen this go down
Wow.
in the past. Development means someone had an idea about it, or he mentioned it to someone and they said, wouldn't that be something? And I guarantee you 20 of those games, 10 of them at least, are not actually in development.
Or it just means we have a licensing deal in
We
place.
thought about it, or we have the license, but we haven't done anything on
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, getting a proof of concept of a game or two doesn't mean it's in the active development.
Yeah, I don't think you could call something like Earthworm Jim 4 actively in development.
Or their baseball game or their soccer game they show. You can't call it that.
We would have seen more from
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim if it was actively in development.
Remember, we haven't seen new Night Stalker footage or Cloudy Mountain in 2 years. New footage of that.
Yeah.
So they say six packing games, 95% complete. Now, a majority of those are the German funded, using taxpayer money funded games. So that's probably the only thing closer to truth, probably in my opinion, is like stuff like Astro Smash and Moon Patrol. That stuff is probably closer to complete.
Yeah, but you'll note that they don't say any one game is 100% complete.
Back-end systems, 80% complete. Okay, OS 90% and back-end 80%. Again, take those percentages way down, in my opinion.
So that's where I think they're
Yeah.
probably fudging the numbers to make it look better than it is.
80?
But here's the thing: even at 80%, that's bad. A system that is entirely, because your physical products aren't physical products in the sense that you
gotta be
wanted anyone
downloaded.
to think.
Yeah.
Your system relies entirely on that internet backend system
Absolutely.
to serve the games.
Yes. So you can't have an 80% back. It has to be all. Otherwise, you have no leaderboards.
What does 80% mean?
You have you have no leaderboards. Then you can't do firmware updates to your console. You can't do software updates to your to the game's potential. You don't have anything then. No, it's
Right.
got to be done. It's got to be buttoned up. This is what it comes back to again to the job listings that were still not filled summer and fall of 2020 for a console that's supposed to come out. They needed the people to work on this stuff that's still not 100% completed. We were called crazy for that again. It's like, no, that was the truth. They were a year behind at least last summer. At least.
I literally have nothing else to say other than this because a lot of it is it's very easy for me to
I have more to
devolve
say
into
about
things.
this.
Great. Nothing is 100% complete. Nothing is 100% ready to go. Nothing is ready to be shown. Simply by saying 100% on the hardware, to me that means that Tommy & Co. has picked a list of components to make the system. They 100% know what they want.
They know
the
that they
system.
know that the parts going onto the system.
They literally know how to make the thing without, but it stops at turning it on.
Gotcha. It's like we can make the physical item, but not you.
I believe, yeah, and I think that's something. When he used to say the hardware was ready to go, I think a lot of people used to think that meant that
The console
it
was
also
done.
meant the console itself was done, including the operating system. No, I think this means that they have finally gotten their parts list down to what they need to put it together. But like I said, it stops at the power button. Once the power button goes on, that's a whole nother problem. They have not even come close to finishing.
I want to talk about this customer acceptance stuff. This is very important here. Customer acceptance. A market research of retro gamers and families of broad age ranges of children have generated positive feedback. It's always this like broad range in customer. We did market research. I would love for someone to tell me what market research firm they hired, what external independent market research firm they hired to do this market research. To them, it was probably they put it in front of people inside their own controlled environment and said,
Yes.
"Hey, do you like this?" And of course, they're going to say, "Yeah."
No, that's my guess too. It's Tommy's yes men.
So like that's
Women,
not
kids.
how you do market research. Market research has to be you hire a third party because you can bias the research, you can misinterpret the research. You hire a firm to do this work for you.
And with how Tommy is super excited to talk about all of his partnerships, if they had a firm, he would have mentioned it. He would not have been able to resist mentioning it,
Yeah.
and then mentioning two other things that
He would have-
firm worked on.
He would have posted, "Hey Pat, you liar, here's the firm we hired to do the market research. Here's the firm we hired." So they show off they have a link to the National Video Game Museum reactions that happened. That was from April earlier this year. Then they say this: 1.9 million in pre-orders via direct online sales, 6,000 plus units sold. Pre-orders sold out on website in a matter of hours. Okay, why did that ring some bells in my head, Ian? It rang some bells in my head because to this point we thought there was around 13,000 direct pre-orders. And that number goes back to the FIGS investment, original crowdfunding investment that happened in 2020 that started April of 2020. So that number right now is a little over 13,000. That number in my mind included the 2600 founder editions. And then after that, they did what Tommy claims is that they sold 10,000 more pre-orders after that. 10,000 plus 2,600 is about 12.6. So that number, I believe, was then put on Figs, and then they did pre-orders from that, and they did about 500 more pre-orders to get to that 13,000. Why are they not touting 13,000? Why is it only 6,000 on here? Why is it less than half of that number? So
two things happened. Either they lied to inflate the numbers, or they lost half their pre-orders.
One of the two things happened here. One of those two things. What's the third choice?
There's absolutely no Jumbo Jack.
Jumbo Jack? Unless some of the people are going to claim that they did some of these pre-orders were 6,000 or 7,000 were on GameStop. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because this was for sale on Figs before it was for pre-order. That 13,000 number was before it was for pre-order on GameStop. So what's happening here? What's happening here? Did they lose half of their pre-orders, or was it bullshit to begin with the pre-order number? Either way is not good. At least they're being honest here. Finally.
Well, that's the thing.
At least some way.
I'm willing to believe that this is somewhat close to honest, because no matter how you try to spin this, it does not look good. Well, their only hope is that people who see this don't do any research into what was said in the past.
Well, it's also honest that we don't have Jay Allard on their team here. So that's good. He's not showing up as meet the team. There's other individuals on here that were there originally and are not there anymore, including Kara Acker. She's not on there, so she had a short stay on the team as well. You know.
Yes, his Avengers of the video game industry ended up being a big flop.
He literally called him in the sleazy Neil Patel video. Said, "I have assembled," and that was a video from earlier this year. "I have assembled the Avengers of the video game industry, and some of those people aren't with the company anymore. The Avengers have been killed off, like in Endgame. They're just dropping left and right.
Yes,
you know, or retiring." Basically, yeah. We got Captain America. He retired. He's done. Passed the shield. He was part of the team. He's not working on it now.
Captain America was just a global managing director.
Yeah, there you go. Now he's old. And, hey, Sam. Hey, Tommy. I'm gonna move on from this.
Looking like Joe Biden, that shitheel.
Oh, geez, Ian. They talk about their partnerships, and then they talk about the good old $25 million in, I guess, units ordered. Global retailer purchase orders include Walmart, GameStop, Best Buy, Media Market, and more. Okay, purchase orders don't mean anything until they're fulfilled. They don't mean anything. And I'm not an expert on purchase orders, but I know that they can be rescinded. They can, if this goes on long enough,
absolutely.
Walmart can be like, well, we don't want to carry your product anymore. And just because you have purchase orders doesn't mean you're in the clear, because the product has to sell on the shelves at Walmart if it gets to Walmart. It's got to sell.
If you want to know how little purchase orders mean, look at what happened to the PlayStation Mini when it came out. Yes. With its comical signs that said one per customer, but there's fucking piles of them everywhere that they can't move. That's how little purchase orders mean.
Yes.
Those things ended up going for, I think the lowest I saw them go for was $20 out of 100 at one point.
But here's the thing, though. Since that was a Sony product, they might have been locked in and keeping that. I can almost guarantee you that a company like Walmart's not going to just buy all your products sight unseen for a huge amount of money and not have a return policy if it doesn't sell. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't be in business, Walmart, if they did that. It'd be like, oh yeah, we'll just buy $25 million of units, which comes out to that good old $100,000 purchase order number that Tommy used to tout. 100,000 times 250 gets you 25 million, I believe, of Pat math. That's where that number comes from. So I can't picture something like Walmart saying, we're gonna take a shot on you. 100,000 units at $25 million is going to end up being worth. And then what happens if they don't sell in a couple of few months? We're going to take a bath on these? Oh, no, you're getting them back. They're going to be shipped back right to your California warehouse right there. And guess what happens when that happens? Your company is officially done. It's finished at that point. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Partnerships with Sesame Street. Yeah. Can we put your free Flash game, your free browser game on our website? Can we do that? Oh, okay. That's our partnership. The Topps partnership is funny still that's being shown. Oh, Amazon Prime is being shown as a partner. I don't know how. That means they're selling stuff on Prime. I don't know.
It means you'll be able to buy it on Amazon. Like, the guy will just take anything.
Crayola partnership because you paid to have an event at your place. That's the partnership.
I read something somewhere that he was talked to them about something. I'm sure he was there and he was probably the annoying customer and was like, let me talk to you about something. I got this.
Like, I'm just the guy making the little drawings on the Crayola experience. Like, I can't make the decision.
Yeah, Jim the custodian was like, sure, that's a great idea. I'll tell my boss.
Care Bears for their free mobile game. Playmobil, that's a new one listed here. And then you got Harlem Globetrotters, USopoly. I guess that's the board game stuff. Interplay. I guess, is that the Earthworm Jim? They're trying to get that going? Still, really? Yeah. So anyway. And then they talk about their press mentions, and they leave out Ars Technica for some strange reason of their press mentions there. Very strange thing. So anyway. All right. Well, that's our coverage this week. So if you can go to fundable.com/Intellivision if you want to get in on that, great. But you got to be like an accredited investor this one. You can't just pop in your $1,000. You got to be real
serious here.
You got to request access, and I don't know. I heard you might be like a subscription to the site. You have to pay in order to even get the access to there. So there you go. That sounds.
I mean, can anything about this like seem legit and
non-sleazy?
Scummy? Yeah.
It's not necessarily a scam, but it's all sleazy. It's all sleazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think that this is. I don't think that the Amico. I want to make this clear. I don't think the Amico is a scam. I think the Amico is a bad idea that someone won't let go of. That is approaching scam territory because that's just what's happening with it.
Because it's just super sleazy.
Yeah.